What's going on, guys? I was going to give a breakdown of my past week's Crucible matches, but yeah, unfortunately, they're not showing up for any of the replays. So I'm gonna go through my attacks for the week, and you can let me know what you think. So I went 2-1 this week. Started off against Hank, who is a very, very good player. We have Astral Scroll that I just took in a Cabal team with. Went well. Room 2, straight up Orcus. I just did straight up Illuminati. Simple. Nightcrawler there was a non-factor. Room 3 was a large Odin Meph team, and they did not put a Captain Britain in. So I took Kahori, and I took her some friends and was able to one-shot Meph and Odin in room 3. Unless you have Xavier or you have Captain Britain in here, this team can get chomped by Kahori. Room 4, Starjammers. I didn't have anywhere else to use them. Room 5, this was kind of before I knew many counters. I didn't know Cabal could take it yet, so being the first day, I tried Immortal X-Men into it, got everyone down, but this was a thick team. And then I cleaned up with just regular old Liberty and someone fast. And then I was able to Vigilante a Kahori Liberty, which, again, the Kahori was non-factor in here. And, yeah, was pretty straightforward. They pretty much struggled on my room 1. Dorm here makes this very tough, especially without the trauma sticking. Came out with Night Stalkers. I decided to put Superior 6 in 2 because they spawned with offensive up. They just cabaled it, which honestly didn't know with the vulnerables that you could do it, but Emma is a factor. They X'd my X team. Clever counter, but brought a full house. And it worked. And then they struggled. After that, Hank went after my Meph team with Tangled, OML, and their own Quasar. And I didn't know. I was thinking maybe they thought that the Quasar buff also works in Crucible as it does in War. I don't know if that was the thought process. The only reason I had Quasar here was to give immunity to the whole team. And they ended up using Vigilante to clean up. And honestly, with how slow the team is otherwise, they probably could have one-shot it with Vigilante. And then in room 5, he took out my Null Annihilators with Starjammers. That's the one, yeah, that word. And then they used Illuminati on my makeshift Night Stalkers here. So I got the victory, I believe, in that one. And then the next round I went against Metal Terror. And he is really good. He also struggled on my room 1. Well, I struggled on his room 1. This room 1 is tough, but I think I have an idea for next round to make it better, so stick around. We got... I almost... this was the room where I almost one-shot it with Liberty and a pre-taunt. I hit the wrong button, and if I could show you the replay, it was not pretty. My whole chat room was telling me, hit alt. I had 10 vulnerables on Sam. I mistook Sam for Joaquin, and I specialed, gave myself energy, and got alted on. So I could have one-shot it. Extreme RNG. But yeah, left these 3, and then came in with Immortal X-Men and cleaned it up. Not my proudest moment here. Um, tried Vigilante here, but yeah, their Scientist Supreme definitely makes that tough. Even though I have immunity, they're still getting the speed ups. Wasn't pretty. Then I came up with Illuminati, which should have done that the first round, and I probably would have won this round. Um, Kahori and friends in room one again. It's a mirror match, but if you take your APOC in it, they cannot affect your speed. So, fun fact. Starjammers into another Meph Orcus team. They don't move, and I make all the moves on them. Very efficient. And the only reason I lost life is because I took Meph out. Oh, no, just kidding. Thought Omega Sentinel was in there. She's not. Yep, I think it was just they got a turn, and yeah, it ended up being okay. Um, another big, what's their name? Thunderbolts team. Another really big Thunderbolts team taken out by a huge punch up. This is almost 2.4 million. Yeah, and very easy with Cabal and Room 6. Odin, Fast Friends, strange like gathering. I took Superior 6 with Vulture. Brought in Weaver just for some protection if their Odin got turned, and took it out. So that worked, but I ended up losing the I would have won if I hit the right button on this one. This one I'm kicking myself for. And then on defense, Struggle Bus as well. He tried Vigilante, didn't work. Came with Liberty to clean up. He Immortal X-Men on my null team, and I was actually quite surprised that worked. He X'd my X. Debating on bringing Xavier to offense, but he's still doing pretty good for me. If I'm pulling this, I'm not upset. And good on him for bringing Kestrel to stop that summon. He had a lot more control. It's actually really smart. And then he just Starjammered my Meph, which, you know, my idea behind this and my setup on this is 2 pre-taunts might keep Meph alive longer. They have to go after the BK first, and then it leaves my other pre-taunt on the side where they have to go over there, stay alive long enough. They can possibly get some turns in. I brought a Pav here to limit bring in Vigilante possibly, but other than that, I'm expecting this to bring Starjammers every time, which is fine by me. And then another Cabal. I try to switch it up, pulled out some hitters here, but yeah, they still just Cabal my Thunderbolts. And then the Illuminati on my 6, which, yeah, that's easy. Does the trick. Try to switch that up a little bit, give some speed bar, and they didn't fall for it. So, yeah, lost that round. No, I lost that round. And then the final round here, I went against Chaos. And tried the same thing the night before, with not as good as results. This is very RNG. So I just ended up taking the loss and Illuminati, get rid of the safeguard and Odin, and it worked as a cleanup. Honestly, probably could have worked initially if I played it right. But yeah, definitely a messy attack. Immortal X-Men on Orcus. Guardian does nothing. Kahori and friends. Trick on this one. Loki's always going to get the speed bar over their Emma. But I like to bring an Oath, honestly, as a skirmisher because she soaks up that initial ping. So whatever BK is hitting back into me with my Kahori, this is just, I think, too retaliates from Black Knight. And I might have bit it if I had that initial hit from their G20 Kahori. So I let her soak it up. And, yeah, it works. I like that little trick. But she has to be a higher focus skirmisher um, to get the initial ping, and then your Kahori stays safe from the on spawn exposed hit. Vigilante into their meth team. Again, you have a slow meth team. They'll run it over in stage 4. I used 4 turns, and it worked just fine. I'm very surprised. My chat room was telling me, go for it. Did. Worked. Starjammers into their Xavier Thunderbolts. A weird pairing. You don't have anybody stopping their turn, like their speed. You stop their speed bar, but not their speed. And so this just came in. I was trying to stun X. You don't have a pre-taunt. It was fairly straightforward. And then I just used Superior 6 on their Nightcrawler with Night Stalkers. So on defense, they struggled on my room 1. They struggled real hard on my room 1, unfortunately. They tried Vigilante. I stayed alive with this, and then they brought Immortal X-Men and still struggled on this. Took everyone out except I think they took out by the time they got around to it, Phoenix revived him. And then they just Superior 6'd it at the end. And then a weird counter here did not work. They tried the old Tangled trick. Null can't get slow, for the record. And he can't get trauma or stun, for the record. I guess they had the right idea with a faster team, but I don't think they flipped anything. I would show you the replay if I could, but this Null team probably would have one-shotted initially. And then they tried Odinati into my room with X in it, and they got X down. They probably might have had even better luck bringing Kestrel in to stop my pre-taunt, kind of similarly to my previous opponent. But this was pretty efficient. They just got worn down by 2 bigger Astral. And they cleaned up. But yeah, definitely a worthy counter. If they played that right, it would have definitely one-shot me without their own Xavier. It was impressive. And then Starjammers, again, I threw Orcus Meth together with a BK, and that had a little more pings. That rocket got lower. This was trying to be an efficiency sync, and it did the job. Again, no matter what I change on here, I threw Scientist Supreme and Quasar in here with the rest, and they still just caballed it. Thunderbolt's not looking too great. And then they brought in full Liberty to my Night Stalkers, and that did not work. So again, they brought in a team that probably would have had a little better luck to start. Maybe just getting Old Man Logan hit. He might have gotten some more turn meter and been able to do some damage, but yeah, was not as clean as you'd expect. So, I went 2-1 this week, and as far as my defense goes, I don't know what I'm doing yet. Probably going to change a few more things, but as of now, some changes I made. I thought my team was too fast in 1, so I'm putting Weaver in, and the reason I'm putting Weaver in is she's giving health to everybody, and she's also a protector. You'd think she'd be a brawler, but she's a protector. So she's getting on-spawn taunt, which is making Phoenix Force slower. So unless they come hard at it, and are able to get, offense up, which I don't think Vigilante spawns with that, they're going to have a hard time taking this out from the rip, and then they're going to give me all the vulnerables, and when I go, they're going to be in trouble. I'm keeping room 2 as is. Um, it should be a little better. I threw in Void Knight just to make sure that I'm flipping anything that anybody's coming in with. If they want to come in with Vigilante. My goal is to stop Vigilante and Immortal X-Men in every room. My speed bar here should trump theirs, Immortal X-Men's. And, yeah, I should be able to pull some things. And if Immortal X-Men, which they did hit mine before, if they don't stun Gore, he could just remove all their stuff. So, yeah, it's a possibility. Keeping the same room 3. This worked nice. I like Songbird in 3. I really do. She's faster than Storm. So she's getting the automatic crit. He's pinging with the ult. If they come in, they can't stun it, Professor X. You really need an Immortal, Illuminati, Odin to do some damage here. But again, Black Panther Shuri is going to go first, but she's going to be stuck on the pre-taunt. It's a good room. Room 4, I think is just a beat 'em up room, bunch of pings. They all retaliate if they get touched. So having Emma here makes Immortal X-Men not a good choice. It's just a pain in the butt room. I might throw something else like a Wander's Revenge type thing so it can kind of go together, but Emma makes Immortal X-Men have a hard time because for sure my OS Omega Sentinel is going to ult first, and she might prevent everybody else's like turns, but Immortal X-Men might prevent everybody else's specials. She ults, she specials. I don't know if she ults. I think she might ult on spawn. But yeah, they're gonna have a hard time. And at least it's gonna be an efficiency sink. So here again, trying to prevent Vigilante, trying to give some turn meter to probably Meph. He's giving immunity to everyone. And this is forcing them to tunnel down here. Otherwise, they could just special with Havoc. And so I have Black Knight here. And then this is also preventing Vigilante. Red Hulk is going first, giving turn meter to Morgan, who's going to rewind everybody and flip some stuff. And then it's off to the races for everyone else. This is the goal for this room. You could easily do all the other standard teams, but even Immortal X-Men was have a hard time here because I'm getting the speed stat. So it's an idea. This is a rough draft, but something similar to this is probably something that everybody else is doing too. But I just want to pull. If they come into here with Starjammers, I call it a win. You can't Starjammers my 3. Only your Havoc goes, and he's gonna be stuck in a taunt. You can Starjammers too. You can do a few other ones, but Immortal X-Men's gonna have a hard time in a few of these rooms, and I'm hoping most of these rooms. Yeah, it's just trying to stretch my opponent thin. Hopefully get some more wins. As of now, I am rank 8. And hopefully I can stay top 10 this week, but I got some big names. Opie Diamond Dave in front of me, Metal Tier again, Underpowered Saw, Johnny, who kicked my butt in U16, and Lala. No, Johnny kicked my butt last season. Lala kicked my butt in U16. So definitely got some big names up here, and then I'm sure there'll be some big names behind me that will match up, and they're all tough. You get in top 50, it's dog eat dog out here. So just trying to trick the opponent. Hopefully their resources wear thin and I keep some offense and I can take them out as efficiently as possible. But that's it for now. hopefully I can get some good wins, and hopefully this helps you. So let me know what you think. Like, follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And take care. Bye.